Hello, my name is Fiyin, and this is my story about getting creative. So one of the things that I've really come to learn about creativity and how it is with the Lord is that, God created everything that we see around us, right? And He's a creative. So some of the things that speak to me the most is just seeing His creation, seeing nature, seeing other talented people create art and work. That really inspires me. And then in myself, trying to find that place to express that. And one of the things I've noticed with creativity is that it is, in fact, very vulnerable. I'd say one of the most vulnerable things that I feel I do as a creative is songwriting, for example. A lot of my songs, I won't call them like typical songs. They're usually my journals to the Lord. So they're different questions I've had in my life that I've now displayed as a song that people can, I guess, hear. And initially, it was really scary to do that. But what I noticed is that people would resonate with the words, or it would help them with some part of their story. And I also think of songs that I've listened to that have resonated with me in certain journeys and certain seasons of my life. And I think when you're being a creative, when you're trying to express yourself, what I would encourage you to allow to be bigger than your fear is, who can this actually have an impact on? Because everything God's put in you to create is to actually impact those in the world around you. As much as it might feel, good for you and therapeutic for you, it's actually to bless others around you. And so in obedience, you let that go, you trust God with it. And yes, you'll get different reactions. I know when I first started writing songs, I actually felt like the first 10 songs I wrote were terrible. I used to crumple them and throw them out in the garbage and just trying again and again. And that's okay too. That's part of the process. Creativity is not about being perfect right away. It's about growth. It's about development. So again, it could be different areas. And I try to be creative in other aspects of my life. Sometimes I collaborate with people to do their music shows, or I volunteered in the Fashion and Jazz Festival in my city. And so creativity is also found through different collaborations, through different ideas, through different inspiration. And whichever number of ideas you have, just give it a try and see how it goes, See how the experience is. See if you love it and you're still passionate about it. And it might lead to other things that you didn't expect. But I think the biggest thing to understand with being creative and coming up with ideas is that you want to really take the time to listen to the Lord and listen to the Holy Spirit. And if He gives something to you, that you should just go with it. I guess one of the creative endeavors I've done in the past 2 years that I felt was just spoken to me was doing my podcast. And I have to admit, that wasn't in my vision when I was a child of ever doing something like that. So when you're being creative, just remember, listen to God, stay obedient, and don't be afraid to step out, because ultimately everything you create is about the impact you'll make on someone else.